All right, well, it's been a while since you've seen my face, and that can only mean one thing: new inventory hitting the channel. That is true today. I got a new inventory showcase for all you guys. I've missed you guys. Had a lot of you guys reaching out about cars to see if I have anything. It's been very hard to find inventory and buy inventory the past, I'd say, 90, 120 days. So excited to showcase this car off. And ironically, I bought and sold this car in February 2023. So I bought this back from my previous customer that I bought the car from originally. They are upgrading and they called me. I always tell my customers, hey, if you ever want to sell, please let me know. That was one of these instances, and I bought the car back. So let me turn this around for you guys and show you what we got. And here we are. So this is a 2013 200 series .2 LX570. Black with black interior. This is a two-owner car. Started life out in the Houston, Texas area, and it's been in Smyrna, Georgia ever since I sold it in 2023. Great overall condition. This car came out fantastically. I was talking to my business partner about that. I expected it to turn out well, but I don't know that I expected it to turn out as good as this did. So excited to get it outside and showcase the overall condition. Service wise, we just replaced the radiator. So radiator's brand new. Just did an oil change, balanced the tires, topped off all the fluids. So nothing is needed as of right now. This car also has very detailed service history in the Carfax that you will see for free on my website. So before we kind of start going over things in here, I'm going to show you guys what this vehicle comes with, and we will get going on the rest of the video. All right, so here we are. We will start over here on this side. You can see that we do have a DVD remote, which is important for a lot of you guys. These things are expensive. Do only have one key fob. This is the receipt for the factory radiator. Granted, it says Toyota, but this is a factory radiator that I did buy and have installed. So that'll come with it. There's our full toolkit, full set of books, including the Bible. And we do have our first aid kit with our jack where it's supposed to be. So really not missing anything here. It does come complete. And let's get going on the monitors. All right, so we're going to check the emissions monitors. For those of you who watch my videos, you know I do this on all my cars. And what this is going to do is this is going to showcase that there are no underlying issues as far as check engine or emissions related issues. And this car will pass emissions in all 50 states. You can see that we are on a cold start. And the miles are 164,304. This car is going to be priced really, really well at $27,990, and a lot of value here in this car. All right, so here we are. We've got all of our green dots up here. Those are all our monitors. We got 9 monitors, and we got all of them ready to be tested. We have no data in our DTC, and there is no issues underlying. So rest assured you don't have anything to worry about there. Again, miles are 164,304. I am going to, you can see before I do, we are in the neutral setting for the active height control. I'm gonna just simply bump it up to high so that I can showcase off the undercarriage. And you'll see that the high is blinking. Once it gets into the high position, it will say high just like that. And it is definitely in the high position, as we can see.
Nice and rust-free, exactly how you want them to look under here.
New looking spare.
There's our accumulators. Look how nice everything looks under here. you're seeing some silicone spray that gets sprayed on the fender wells at details, so rest assured that's not anything to concern yourself with. I know the skid plate up here looks really nice. All our factory markings where they're supposed to be. Steering rack and CV axle look good there. And CV axle and steering rack look great there. Coming over here to the passenger side, just like the driver's side, no rust to talk about. You know how I do.
And we'll go ahead and bump down to the low position, and I'm going to pop the hood so I can showcase what's going on under there. So we will just come back here, we're going to bump this twice, and we're going to fall into the low position pretty quickly. What a difference. Active height control is very responsive, which is always a good sign as far as health of the active height control system. I had my mechanic go ahead and take out all the plastic rivets because they're extremely annoying and break all the time. So there's not going to be any here, whoever ends up buying this, but everything looks great under here, sounds awesome. Hood pad intact. This car does have factory remote start. And just overall a really nice car here. Very excited to have this car back. I remembered as soon as my customer called, I remembered who he was, and was immediately all over this car because I knew it was going to be in great shape. So let me shut it off. We'll showcase the factory remote start, and then it's about to rain towards the end of the day here, so I'm going to conclude this video tomorrow morning, the outside and inside that is. I'm going to push the lock button and hold it 3 times. And it's going to start. So the other thing with that, door lock actuators, we know that if any of the door lock actuators had failed, we would not have gotten a beep feedback when we went to lock the car. But we did get that feedback, so we know that everything is good to go there. So yeah, so this is it. 2013 200 series LX570.2, 164,000 miles. Is going to be priced at $27,990. Which I feel like is a great price for this car. This is not going to be like most cars on the market, condition, service history wise, and the maintenance that I just did on the car. Most of the cars you're going to see online that are advertised around this price, they're just going to be people's everyday driver. They're going to be trade-ins. They're not going to be reconditioned like this car is. So you'll want to keep that in mind. So we'll conclude this video here in the morning, and I look forward to it. Day 2 and we're off. So let's we'll get up here on the roof and start there. And as you can see, crossbars are intact. No dents, no damage, no fading, no peeling, no craziness going on up here. Everything looks great in front of the sunroof. However, there are 1, 2, 3 little spots right here. You can see there's 2 minor dents that we were not able to what's called glue pull out. So that would mean that the headliner would have to be dropped down to get those dents out, but they are extremely minor, and you're not really going to notice them unless you're really looking for them. I would call them smaller than dime size. And coming around the front,
Everything looks fantastic up here. I did have the front bumper painted. So as you can see, as we kind of notice right in here in this area, look how nice and clean the bumper looks. No damage, no bug damage, no rock chips, none of that going on. Everything looks excellent up here, as you can see. So nothing to worry about on the bumper. Driver's side headlight is in fantastic condition. You're starting to see just a little bit of minor stress cracking, which is very normal for these cars that have been in warm climates. But again, very minor. You got to be looking for it. There's no peeling or fading or anything like that going on. Our grille is in good shape, as you can see. When we look down on it, I know a lot of you are familiar. It's very common for this plastic part of the grille to fade. And as we can see, we are seeing some classic signs of fading. And typically it's just on these upper bars because that's what sticks out the most. As you can see, the lower part, you don't have that going on. So just on the top part. Our passenger side headlight looks just like our driver's side. Although I don't see as much cracking going on, stress cracking, so that's obviously a good thing. But everything looks good there. Nothing really that bothers me or I feel like I need to talk about. Front-facing camera is not cracked, and it does work, and I'll showcase that off here in a little while. This car does not have sensing cruise control, so you don't have the emblem that will fade, so nothing to worry about there. In addition to the front bumper being painted, I also had the hood painted just for rock chips and just environmental damage. So again, the whole front bumper and the hood have both been painted and they look awesome. There's a great shot of the hood. As we walk across the front, you can see it looks like glass. So no touch up, no damage, no scratches, nothing going on here. Windshield has been replaced at some point. You can see it's an aftermarket windshield. I know a lot of you like to ask about that. There is a repair right here that was fixed. So that's not going to continue to spread or anything like that, but that is there. Coming here to this front fender, you do have some minor little touch-up spots, nothing crazy, and very, very minor. It's very humid today, so you're going to see my fingerprints. But look down the side of this car as we walk. It looks excellent. We all know how black can be, and this car is not that car. It looks excellent. So looking at this front wheel, cool part about these wheels have never been faded, never been painted, excuse me. They're not faded, they're not streaking like a lot of them do. This is the original finish, which is awesome, in my opinion. So it does have an excellent set of Goodyear Eagle GT2s. These are actually really good driving tires, or riding tires, I should say. Tons of life left here. Do want to point out here on this wheel, the left front wheel, you can see there's just a little bit of minor curb rash, and it's just on that top part. So there's none on the face or anywhere else on the car. I'm gonna move down here to this step bar. Everything looks great down here. All of our lower rocker, everything down here looks nice, no dents. Look at the side of the car. This chrome molding, which you're starting to see, you can see where it's starting to perforate. It's not cracked and it's not coming apart or anything like that, but that one spot on this left front door is there. Stand back a little bit so you can get a better idea. Not going to notice it as much if you're not looking for it, but nonetheless, driver's side mirror is in great shape. Signal lens is not cracked. Everything looks great there. Coming up our A-pillar, everything looks excellent. Moving down the rail, this being a black car, if we had any dents, hail damage, anything like that, you are going to see that right up here. And especially looking down that view, you can see how nice everything looks. And same thing with the quarter panel. Not a lot of touch-up on the side of this car, so there's not going to be a lot for me to talk about, which is always good. A few little minor, tiny, teeny tiny little spots here. And you're going to see me wipe my fingerprints off after because I'm OCD. Sorry for that. A little bit of touch-up here. Two little spots up here for reference. Couple little spots right here. You can see how small these are. Right here on the dog leg. Other than that, that's really all of the touch-up I see on this side of the car. Overall, excellent condition. So left rear wheel, just like the front, never been painted, no fading, no streaking, nothing going on. There is no rash on this wheel. This wheel is perfect. Same set of Eagle GT2s with tons of tread left. So whoever buys this, you're not going to have to worry about tires unless you're going to do something as far as lifting it, putting some different wheels and tires, whatever it is. Coming to this rear bumper, everything looks great back here. There's no damage, no dents, nothing going on. As you can see, check out our lower gate. Everything looks excellent there. There is a minor little touch-up spot here. Other than that, everything looks great. All of our protective trim here and the chrome, no dents, nothing going on there. Oftentimes those areas will get gouged and dented, but everything looks great there. Same thing with the upper gate, no damage to talk about. The nice thing with this black, with this blue back, the blue sky in the background, boy, if there were any dents or anything like that, you would see it as I walk. Coming up here to the spoiler. You can see everything looks nice here. How nice all of our jam looks up here. All of our plastic looks really nice. Carpet on the lower gate looks great. All of our plastic right here shows some very, very, very minor scuffing, but no major gouging or anything like that. It's actually in really, really nice shape.
Look how nice everything looks under here. We don't have any rust. All of our seam seal for the lower part of the gate is all original and looks great. Same thing coming up the quarter panel. We got all our factory spot welds that we're looking for. None of our bolts have been turned on our upper gate. And same thing coming down this passenger side. Everything, or driver side, excuse me, everything looks great. Storage. And as we know, toolkit. Back of our third row seats are in excellent condition. Third row headrest intact that goes right here. Obviously we do have a WeatherTech cargo mat as we see back here. And actually I'm going to take a look at this third row while we got them up. We do have our classic indentations from the seat belts, from these seats being folded down for long periods of time. But other than that, we also have third row seats that don't look like they've been used much, which is pretty common. Third row seats going up. There we are. So there's our WeatherTech cargo liner. Back of the second row seats, we can see the little indentations on the foam padding on the back of those seats. There's no holes or anything like that, but the indentations, obviously, as you can see, are there. Bottom of our passenger third row looks great. No major scuffing, damage, anything like that going on. Headliner looks great. Driver's side bottom of the third row seat looks much like the other side. Good condition. Pull out this WeatherTech real quick. Oh. And we will showcase off the carpet. Everything looks great up here. And lastly, the power closing door. Now, if you listen here, you're going to hear a little bit of noise when you close this, and what this is going to be is these shocks. They will dry up as time goes on and start to make noise, and it's doing that. Ooh, and a little active height control bump. All right, so that's that. Let me flip it around. We'll get going on the other side. Just like the driver's side, look how nice these panels look. No dents. This thing's in overall really, really nice condition. It's hard to believe this is almost 13 years old and it looks the way that it does. So starting up on this rail over here, just like the driver's side, I like to showcase these rails for no dents, no hail damage. Mirror is in excellent condition, no cracking. Look as we walk down the rail, how nice everything looks and straight. This car is clean. So really nothing to talk about on this quarter panel. One little touch-up spot right here. It's so tiny. Moving to this rear wheel. So this one's like the other two. Never been painted, no streaking, no damage, nothing going on. This thing looks to be in great shape. And the same set of Goodyear Eagle GT2s with tons of tread left. Do have some touch up here on this dog leg, right here, right here. You can see that there were some scratches on this dog leg. Those are not white scratches, okay? Those have been sanded and buffed out, and you're just seeing what was left. They were very close to gouging into the paint of the body, but even stepping back here, you're really not going to notice it unless you're really looking for it. It's kind of hard to showcase on a video, but those are there. Some touch-up spots here on the door. See a couple up here. One right here. One right here. Lower part of the door, our step bar, all of our rocker looks excellent. Really nice car here. Touch up right here. Right here. We do have some of that lifting perforation here on the right front door chrome, just in that spot. And there is a scratch right here. You can see it's fairly long, but from here to about right here, it has been touched up. It's very hard to see, especially as I step back, even when I move. It's not something that is super obvious, but that is there. Touch up, a few little spots here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Take a step back so you can see that door again, and there's that scratch. The fender itself is in great shape. Do have one little spot here. Other than that, as you can see, everything looks great. So this right front wheel, much like the others, never been painted. No fading, no streaking, nothing like that going on. There's a little bit of curbing right down here, but it's just on this edge, none on the face, most importantly. And same set of GT2s up front. On to the interior. Black interior, black on black car. It's a good spec here. Door panel looks great down here. No excessive scuffing, no damage, nothing going on the edges. Same thing with the edge of our door panels. Armrest looks great. All of our pull looks great. Wood is not lifting or cracked anywhere on this. And the window does go down. It does look like it's got some 20% tint, maybe 25 on those front windows. Look how nice our kick plate and trim looks down there. Carpet's in great shape. Obviously we do have a set of WeatherTechs here. Carpet's in excellent condition. how nice our lumbar looks. Seat's in great shape. Very little wear, it looks to be. And seat does go forward, does come back, it does recline, does come back up. How nice the side of the console looks, not a bunch of gouging or scuffing from the seatbelt buckle. Same thing with all our trim here, our glove box door, everything looks nice there. Minor scuffing going on the glove box door. Vent register's not broken. All of our wood looks great. No cracking, peeling, lifting. And our silver trim up here, you're starting to see a lot of these fade and just kind of peel. Everything looks excellent there. Again, no damage, no scuffing, nothing going on here with this door panel. All of our armrests and our hand pull looks great. Same thing with our wood up here. We don't have any cracking, peeling, lifting, nothing like that going on. Window works. Jamb is in excellent condition. Seat does slide forward. It does come back. Really nice condition back here as well. There's a minor little imperfection right here. Pull this down. Little scuffing going on here on our cup holder wood, but nonetheless it still works as it should. And we've got our DVD remote where it's supposed to be. Carpet under the WeatherTech. You do have a factory mat. Carpet's in excellent condition under there. There is our DVD, which is on. Rest of the seat looks great. Everything looks good here. I can adjust. Vent registers look great. Console itself's in great shape. All right, let's keep her moving. Actually, underneath the right rear seat, everything looks great. Kick plate, entry plate, all of our jamb looks really nice. Door panel, no damage, no scuffing, everything looks excellent here. Look at our door pull, it looks great. All of our wood grain looks great here. Same thing back here. Seat's in great shape. Seat does slide forward, and it does slide back. Keep this train moving. Driver's door panel. No damage, no scuffing on those edges. You do see some scuffing here on the speaker cover and where it kind of comes into this door panel, but very, very minor. Most importantly, no damage. Our pull itself looks great. No peeling or lifting around the wood, and especially around our memory seats here, which is where you're going to see that most of the time on the driver's side. Kick plate looks fantastic. Side of the bottom of the seat looks fantastic. Showing a little bit of wear right here. Nothing crazy, but just a minor bit of wear. It's really all I see on this driver's seat. So it does go forward, it does come back, and it does recline, and it does come back up. Again, look how nice the side of the console looks. No major seatbelt marks or anything. Both of our armrests do slide forward as they should. There is our cool box, which does turn on and get ice cold. I used it after I picked this up when I bought it from my previous client, and it is nice and cold. Carpet under the driver's side. Notice right here when I lift, we don't have any holes or anything going on, which is fairly common on all 200s in general. Sorry. Do have our little storage unit here. Steering wheel does go down, does come up, does come out, and does go back in. All right, let me get in here. Actually, I'm going to use the restroom because this is going to take me a minute, so I'll be right back. All right, and I'm back. So let's check out this console. Look how nice our cup holder looks. Do have our insert where it should be, but no peeling, no cracking going on there. All of our switches are in great shape. The center stack itself doesn't have any scratching, gouging. Wood grain's in excellent condition. Same thing with our cup holder door. Very neutral smelling in this car. You can see the lighter's never been used. Straighten up here, baby. All right, let me showcase off the sunroof. You can see it's tilted up. I'm gonna tilt it down and then we'll one-touch it back. Nice smooth operation. All right. So we can see here's our climate control. When I turn off 4-zone, I have control of both sides. Hopefully you guys can hear that it is switching through the different modes.
It finds them. It's pop.
You can hear the radio clearly works, but I don't want to get copyright smacked by YouTube, so we're not going to keep that up very loud. You can see as I toggle through the different apps, Bluetooth, and rear. I'm going to go ahead and turn the rear off. That's for the DVD, obviously. And we're back. Map. Backup camera. Nice and clear. And front facing camera. Nice and clear. So here's our destination points where we can kind of, I'm not going to go through all these, but everything works as it should. Same thing with info and our setup. Again, I'm not going to go through all this for time reasons. All right. Everything looks great down here. Look how nice the steering wheel is. No scratches, nothing going on here with the steering wheel. The wood grain's all in great shape. No dents or indentions, anything like that. Again, miles still 164,304. No lights on other than our park assist front and rear and our seatbelt light because I'm sitting in here. Okay, so as we see, both of our mirrors are out. So I'm going to fold them in and we'll fold them back out. We will move the glass itself down, out, back in, and then up. In, out, down, back up. So everything works good there. Horn works. Heated steering wheel works. This is your traction control, AFS off, and your automatic open for the lift gate. So we'll go ahead and initiate that. And then we'll close it. You can kind of hear that noise I was talking about right there at the end. There was some kind of phone holder up here. This looks probably way worse than it is in person. So this is just a remnants of the glue. I got most of it off, but there is just a tiny bit that's still there, but it's better than what was sticking up there, I can tell you that. So cool, let me shut down this door. Let's take it for a quick ride. All right, and we're off. So again, the purpose of me doing these quick little drives is just to ensure that there's no issues with the drivability. We don't have any wheel bearing noise. We don't have any drivetrain noise, no lights on, things like that. And I know for some of you, that is important. Try not to get this major glare going on, and here we go. Nice and smooth, very quiet. These tires actually ride really, really nice. Steering wheel's nice and straight, no movement there. No unusual drivetrain, wheel bearing noise, anything like that. I'm going to get on the brakes here in just a second, so we're going to watch the steering wheel, make sure it's not shaking like crazy. Here we go. Other than me holding it to the right, it's straight as an arrow. No vibration, no rotor shake, no warping of the rotors, and again, no unusual noises either. Really nice, clean car here. Lots of value here where it's going to be priced, in my opinion. Drives fantastic. I gotta be honest, these tires have really surprised me. It's been a long time since I've been in one of these with these Goodyears on it. And it's not quite the Michelin ride, obviously, but man, they ride really, really well, and they're really quiet. Oftentimes when people put Coopers or whatever other tires, BF Goodrich, they put on these, they tend to get noisy, and just naturally vibrate a little bit. These Goodyears are not like that. They are nice riding tires. $164,306 is now the mileage. And there you have it. So that concludes the video. Super nice car here, 2-owner car again. Been in the South since new. Started out in Houston, Texas. Ended up in Smyrna, Georgia. I sold this vehicle 2 years ago. Bought it back from that customer recently, and I'm excited to offer it again. 164,000 miles, as we know. Black on black. It's going to be priced at $27,990. Anybody who is interested, you can reach me at chris@hilsonluxury.com or 678-454-6060, and I'll talk to one of you soon.